Dear my dearest, the last time, dear last time. There's gonna be a last time I do it. There's gonna be a last person I do it with. I'd like to share with you people here a gift of knowing something about me that is a big, brilliant secret. You all, my friends, for tonight and into the rest of time, get to hear the secret as a gift. Because for a brief moment this evening, I can change all your gorgeous lives for the better up here, and you can change mine. Let's blow each other's minds. These ladies are magical. There were ladies with me who were reading too. And you all, the audience, look stunning, beautiful, and well dressed. They did, they looked great. Those people looked so nice. It was amazing. The best secret, dearest last time, is that I'm a squirter with a glottal stop. This is, again, much more compelling than the written word in my Scottish glottal stop inducing throat. It is squirter. I'm a squirter. And I think we should talk about it. I've read a lot of feminist literature. I love that it goes from that to like, let me just tell you what feminist literature I've read, because that's relevant too. That's totally relevant. And Gloria Steinem doesn't ever mention it. She doesn't. Gloria Steinem never mentions it. A doctor told me it doesn't exist, that it was only in the male imagination. I was fucked up. Dear last time, because it's good for humanity if we do discuss this, despite the ridiculousness of the word, we must use our various accents and possible languages to describe it. The Dalai Lama said the world will be saved by the Western woman. And I think he was talking about all of us up here and all the men in here tonight included. So what do we do, dear last time, when we feel a bit of an off or need inspiration? What I do is I just squirt. I could squirt just standing here. It's a miracle feeling. I don't need anything special to be in place. It's just something that happens all the time. I could squirt with anyone at any time. I could squirt onto anything, into air. Why is that included? I haven't read this. I have not read this. So I'm like, this is into air. Like, I love that's like so ethereally part of it. Like, I just want you to know I could squirt into air. Into the air. It could be into the air. And it's so nice. And it started when I was 22 and it keeps getting worse. And there keeps being more liquid each time. I get dehydrated. I have to drink so much water. I'm not exaggerating. It's buckets of gushing liquid. It floods the place. It ruins furniture and flooring. I've had times when I have had very few. I love that, like, I have to, like, that's funny. In brackets. I have had very few, ! Has just stood by and watched while I squirt away gallons, and all they can do is just stare at me in awe and wonder and a bit of fear too. Dear last time, I think it's sexy. I think it's a bit sexy. I don't like perfect bodies. I really get pumped about a person if they don't have a gym body. I don't like things to be too perfect. I get turned on by the quality of someone's character. There's nothing that stops me from squirting though, and you can literally take me anywhere. I'm into everything. What does that mean? Careful. Like, I'm into everything. Not everything. Dear last time, I was just at Sundance in January 2014 with my film. I squirted a bunch of times by myself, and the first time I was at Sundance, I was there with a film called Good Dick, which I wanted everyone to see because it's a love story. Haha, it is. It's not about a man called Richard. It's actually a humanist film. And it's actually about what good dick is. And it was saying something about why erotica is better than porn for our souls and why sex is healthy and positive when it's intimate. Sean Connery gave me an award for directing Good Dick. People said it's like the Hitchcock film Marnie. And my friends and I made First Kiss video directed by Tatia Pilieva, which hundreds of millions of people have watched on YouTube, or 100 million people have watched. And in here it actually says 75 million because it was at the time, it was 75 million when I wrote this, I guess. It is incredibly pro-intimacy and anti-porn. It's pro-connection and pro-kindness, which I think is what squirting is all about. It was on Ellen. In the video, I kissed Soko, a French pop star actress who wrote about our kiss for the Huffington Post in France. Her quote is, "All I want to do is make love and make art." Her song, which plays on the video, is selling like hot croissant at 5 a.m. in the 9th when you've just walked around Paris in a love daze after talking to Moby on the phone about how to make better art. You know, that's a nice sentence. That might be the best sentence in the whole thing. Just a nice image, the 9th quarter. I was thinking it may end sometime. So I asked my mom about squirting. Basha, my mom, is a gypsy, Roma Polish blood, and for years I thought it was my being a gypsy, which was the reason for my squirting. Like a wild animal in a wild forest. I'm a mad fucking gypsy. You come near me, I squirt on your leg. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I love that like other people wrote about like their favorite, like, I don't know, like Moby wrote about his favorite like David Bowie fucking song, you know, he wrote about his favorite Bowie song, and I'm just like, that's funny. When I told my mom about it, she said, "You do?" And I was like, "Don't you?" And she was like, "No." And that's when I started feeling the real mystery and magic about it. I haven't met anyone else who squirts. And loads of my female friends are really sexually in their bodies and empowered. And they don't squirt. And I really want to ask, dear last time, if I make it to heaven, I think I want to ask up there what the point of squirting is. Is it to enable world peace? Does something magic happen if we drink it? That's funny. I want to talk about it, dear last time. It may ever happen, because there will be a last time that I squirt. And it will be when I'm 110, having sex with one of you in like the artist's old people's home. Maybe everyone will be able to squirt by then, men as well. Listen, dear last time, I may ever squirt before I die. People don't know enough about it. They barely know that it happens in the Sciens gland and that it's liquid, not urine. I mean, that the liquid is not urine. It's definitely not urine. The liquid is clear and it's sweet. If you taste it, it tastes like a bit like coconut water. There is fructose in it. Dear last time, it's a women's rights issue in the sense that only 6% of women currently squirt, apparently. So on top of my top secret ponder, has been, would all women possibly be able to squirt? So would that number one day be 100%? If this is the case, how disconnected from their own bodies potentially are the just as gorgeous yet remaining 94% of women? How messed up is our culture if this is the case? Imagine our world where only 6% of men ejaculated. Please. Or, and I stress this point, is it just this random fringe thing that genuinely only 6% of female bodies do? Because it's just some kind of fluke. Which is more interesting? I'm glad I could do this tonight. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for science. Thank you, women of letters. Thank you for giving me an honest platform to jump off of. That's a nice thing to say. An honest platform. Thank you, women of letters, for giving me an honest platform to jump off of. Dear last time, thanks for sharing on my secret this evening. You, the audience, and you, book readers at home, are better than any squirting experience a girl could dream of. Like, writing this is better than my entire life of squirting. That is a funny fucking book written by many beautiful women together, and I love that everyone else wrote about like their favorite song. and stuff like that. And it's beautiful. Like, this book is really beautiful. And I think it's funny that I'm like, anyway, let's talk about squirting. It's a women's issue and a men's issue and a people's issue.